The views expressed in this podcast, Champ and Tramp, belong to the host and guest, not the Champ and Tramp podcast itself. It's intended for entertainment information, so please use discretion. We're not responsible for any outcomes resulting from the content discussed.
Cold weather's right around the corner. It's time to bulk up with carnivore mass.
That's right, Frankie. Your scrawny ass can use some more muscle, buddy.
Carnivore mass stands out because it's made with beef protein isolate. This means it's not just any protein, it's the world's #1 selling beef protein.
Exactly. Lactose-free mass gainer, clinically tested to pack on size.
That's right. Carnivore mass is packed with 50 grams of beef protein isolate and 125 grams of fast-acting, easy-to-digest carbs with 700 calories. If you're looking to pack on size fast, you need carnivore mass.
Real show, here we go. Real show, here we go. You know that it's gotta be that time, so this is what we chant. What keeps on getting them all amped in advance? Come on. You and I rocking out with Iron Man, FE. You get the general's point of view on top of Roger's rants. Whenever tapping out, we're putting the most minutes in. You already know what that's about, you know that winners win. Crush whatever's on task, check the podcast. It's the Champ and the Tramp, let the bomb blast.
What's up, pal? We're a little late this week. We're in a day late? 2 days late.
2 days late.
But we're getting it done.
We are.
And especially with what's going on with you. You are, I heard you say today, the busiest I've ever been in my entire life, which is crazy because knowing you, and any fight fan knows how hard you train in a training camp and shit, knowing you as long as I have, you're pretty fucking busy anyway. So
yeah, no, I mean, I like being busy. That's what I realize. Yeah. But like, damn, like I'm noticing my phone use, it's
way down.
It's way down, dude. It's way down. I just haven't had a second, you know.
Yeah.
But I like it, man. I'm having a blast. Everybody that has come to my school has been awesome.
Yep.
Seems like a lot of people are having fun. The mats have been packed.
Yep.
The kids have been great. Dude, I got some people coming to double sessions, 2 classes a day.
No way.
I'm seeing the same faces every day. I'm like, dude. I'm like, hey guys, consistency is key. The more I was like, I love to see you every day. I was like, we don't gotta train every day. I want you to keep it fresh. Make sure it stays fresh.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So people that don't know what we're talking about, where Frankie's school is officially open. It took the better part of a year, right?
Forever.
But it officially opened on Monday, and literally, I mean, before you even open, I think you had over 100 signups, and it's just been growing ever since. And you're mastering the art of student becomes the teacher now. So
yeah.
How's that feel?
No, it's cool. I mean, I've always been coaching my whole life.
You're very coachable.
That's what martial arts and wrestling, kind of how it works. As soon as you start doing it, you start teaching people right away. Right. People that are under you or younger than you, or I was always like Steve's helper to help kids, and so I've been coaching for a long time. But in this capacity, obviously a little different. But it's great, man. I have a great support system, obviously coming from Ricardo and Henzo, and all my teammates like Dante and Pete and Nick and Tom and all those guys. So we have a great system, and it's pretty much follow the system. You can't fail.
One person you forgot to mention, your rock that's helped you through this whole thing.
Well, Linguini.
No, Renee.
Oh, well, Renee, yeah. Well, I was talking about teammates. So, yeah, she's
She is your teammate, motherfucker.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm talking about like teammates in that aspect. But no, Renee has done so much. I mean,
you made it through. So if you made it through this, I think you guys are good.
Yeah, right. I know. Well, we'll see. No, she's done so. She's doing the job of a bunch of people.
Yep.
Which is, nice to have someone that I can trust.
Absolutely, yeah. That's hard.
And I'll tell you, my kids have been amazing too.
Yeah.
Well, Valentina and Santino, they've been helping a whole bunch.
That's great.
Taking a bunch of classes and then helping out in classes.
That's great.
Helping out around the office. Helping me. Even like the 2 weeks before, I was like doing pre-sale. I was handing out the keys. Valentina was in there helping, making the bags.
That's
getting
awesome.
the shirts.
That's great.
It's great for them too because they're getting some responsibility.
That's great.
And they're my senior students in class. So I get to use them as examples.
That's awesome, man. That's great. And it keeps Santino busy too because he's taking some time off from school.
He's
really.
I guess you call it gray shirt. He's reclassing this year. So he's at the academy a bunch with me.
Keeps him active. Yeah, that's great.
Took my Muay Thai with me. We both took my Thai class with crew James Wellington, and then then I held pads for him afterwards, and yeah.
I saw James in there the other day. A big class. He had a big class.
Yeah,
It was,
yeah.
So
Dude,
that's
the first day I had probably 60 people on the mat in
the adult class.
In the adult class.
Damn, that's a lot. That's a lot of bodies.
Yeah, it was nuts.
That's a lot of bodies. Holy shit.
Super cool though. Great atmosphere. I'm happy the whole time. It's just, I'm on the mats. I'm smiling the whole time.
Yep.
I get a great kick out of the kids.
Yeah.
It's fun. Dude, it's like jiu-jitsu works, bro. There's no. It's I'm not selling you a false sense of security here.
That's right.
Like this stuff works, bro. We're doing mount escape drills.
Yep.
Like, bro, it's gonna work. I show you the move and it works, and you see kids' faces like, oh wow, holy cow.
Yeah.
And I have some kids that are young, but they're big. They're probably like freshmen in high school, so they're in the adult class, and they'll get matched up with a real adult, and they'll sit there and they'll do these moves, and then you see them like, oh my god, I could do this to this person. Wow, holy shit, it works.
Great. That's great.
So that's what I love about this. And seeing the light bulb go off on people, like, oh man,
Builds a confidence booster. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think a lot of kids are lacking in that today, so that's good.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where we could take this.
Yeah.
This is just the tip of the iceberg.
And even when you're not doing those classes, I know Ligori was there all day with you today doing a number of classes. Even when you're not, you're in there doing privates with Mark Gray.
Yeah.
So
it works.
crazy.
I mean, I train myself. I still got to work out.
What'd you say? You said something upstairs. I'm fading away or something like that. You don't even find time to eat now.
Yeah, no, I'm like I just weighed myself. I'm under 160. I haven't been this way in a long time.
Shit.
That's just because this week. I put it back on quick.
Yeah.
A couple beers.
Hell yeah, a couple bears. Summer's. Well, I don't want to say it.
Summer's over.
Summer's over, bro.
I know.
Summer's over. It sucks.
Yeah, it's just what it is.
Yep.
It was great. It went. I don't know. This one went fast. This one went extra fast for me because the last 2 summers I was on my boat. This summer I didn't have the boat out because we were trying to sell it. It was with no luck. But just we were doing the school every day. Like
Yep.
I really didn't. I mean, I hit the beach. I definitely hit the beach a little bit here and there, but definitely not as much leisure as past summers. So it flew by, bro.
I know you got. I mean, you're an active family. You do a lot of stuff. You always do. I know you do a camping trip every summer. I don't remember. Did you do anything?
We didn't do. We usually do the camping trip this weekend next weekend,
okay.
and we just can't do it this year. We'll eventually get back to that stuff. It's going to take some time. But
sacrifice, man.
Yeah.
With sacrifice comes great reward. Right?
Yeah.
Reward. No, man, it's great, man. It's and I would imagine, I don't know how much time it's going to take. I said a year today. That's probably. I talked. Ligori and I were talking. That's probably. But at some point, this will sort of fall into almost a cruise control mode for you. It'll get to be your norm once you do it every day.
Yeah. And I plan on being there anyway. Right. But I won't have to be there every waking second. But I'm gonna be there no matter what. I really dig I dig being there.
Yeah, it's awesome, bro. It's yours. Your name's everywhere.
Yeah, it feels good. The place is mint. I thought
it's big. It's like what, 6,500 square feet?
Yeah, about that. My wife. Me and my wife, I'll give her some. She definitely helped me design it and pick out stuff. She picked out the floor, the ceiling, all that stuff. And it's clean. That's what I like, clean, simple, clean.
Yep.
Rocking.
Yeah.
Man. And that plaza that we're in, if you're looking for a plaza that's jumping and going to be popping, is definitely our spot because you got retro. My place, I'm bringing so many cars in that place now. Next to me is a hot tub sauna place is going next door, right? And then I think a Thai food restaurant's going in there.
Oh, going in?
Yeah, and then
they got big lots on the end.
And then I just seen someone, a coffee shop, just hit me up. It's like, hey, I seen you in that plaza. How was that plaza? And I'm like, oh, it's great.
Oh, no way.
I think there's a space right next door.
The busier, the better, right, for everybody.
But listen, if you get coffee, a gym, right, lifting gym, and MMA. I don't need to go nowhere.
Maybe a nail place. I'll get my pedicure.
There's nails there. There's nails there. Yeah, there's nails. Happy now.
Is that what it's called?
Happy now. No, friendly. Friendly now. But you know what? They're not that friendly.
They're not that friendly?
No, I try to say hello, hi. They don't even, they're not that friendly.
Oh, shit.
Not so friendly now.
Am I crazy or doesn't H&R Block go in there every year?
H&R Block is there. What do you mean every year, though? How is it temporary? Why?
I don't
only
think
during
I
tax
don't think you
season.
do taxes year round, so only.
But
tax
they don't
season.
help with like wills and other that.
Oh, I
you
don't
what
know.
mean?
Maybe. So are they there?
I don't
now?
know. I don't know.
I didn't think I saw.
I
them.
don't see people in there. You're right.
But every year I see.
But how do
it
they
there.
pay that nut every, just
Spirit
for 1 month?
Spirit Halloween does it.
No, but Spirit's not there all the time. They go in
Spirit
and out. No, and they're
bounces around.
I know.
They
but
do bounce around.
They bounce around, but like the one that's by ShopRite, right?
Yeah.
It's empty and it says for a lease. But I think it's probably when you want to lease it, they're like, oh, you can lease it till October.
Wait,
and
right now it says that.
Well, not right now because it's Halloween.
Well,
so
but I
it's
know.
the-
But they just took over the massive Walgreens building on 37. that
yeah,
was shut
so they're
down.
not there.
I don't know. That's why I don't know if they have two. Maybe they're.
I bet
maybe
you they have two.
There's
That's
probably
been
two.
there forever. Why would they not come back? You know?
They literally pop up Spirit Halloween in any store that closes down like overnight. If it's anywhere near October, a Spirit Halloween pops up. You know what pops up though? Like literally, if a car crashes off the road and leaves a a clearing in the woods, they tow it out of the woods and there's a little hole there. Like literally within a month, there'll be a dollar store there. It's always. You ever notice dollar stores pop up everywhere, bro?
But they're not dollars anymore.
There's a bunch of them. There's a whole bunch of chains now. What are
No,
they?
but there's not just a dollar.
No, nothing is anymore.
Yeah.
Hardly anything is. But
Yeah, unless you go to Timo.
There's Five Below now, right?
Five Below.
Five Below.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of different versions of the dollar store. I don't know what they're all called, but like Dollar General is
Yeah,
another one.
it's like it's kind of generally around the dollar.
Yeah. Honestly, once in a blue moon, I'll pop in there if I just need to grab like paper plates for barbecue in the backyard.
You know where I go a lot, which it's in our plaza, is Big Lots.
Big Lots?
I've been going to Big Go.
I thought they just sold furniture. What are they selling there?
They sell Big Lots is like it's even like a it's an even poorer Walmart. You know what I'm saying? It's even ghettoer Walmart.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's an eclectic group in there always. You know what I mean? And it's never packed, but always has people in front and parked in there.
Yeah.
There's always people in there. And honestly, I've
buy a
gotten
couch for
I've
like-
gotten double-sided tape. I've gotten towels. I've gotten couches. My kids go there to get snacks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Couches? Where are the couches?
I didn't get a couch, but there are couches.
Oh.
I plan on do want to buy a lazy boy to put it in the storage room.
Yeah. That's funny. I mean, I thought that's what they sold. The majority of what they sold, I thought.
No,
was
they have. They're
furniture, and
literally. It's like Target.
it's like dirt cheap furniture. Right?
Yeah, but I mean, not bad.
Yeah. Shit. I mean,
But they're supposedly closing nationwide, and I overheard someone ask like one of the managers, "Hey, are you guys? Is this location closing?" She's like, "No," but I'm like, they wouldn't know.
yeah, they would.
Would they
and
even really
wouldn't
know?
Probably wouldn't.
They
tell
wouldn't
people.
tell anybody. Yeah.
I doubt it. Yeah.
I hope they don't close because it's it's convenient for me.
I went into Rite Aid the other day. The one I go in, I get my prescriptions filled for, my herpes medication and stuff over at the Rite Aid on Fisher. But I went in there this a couple weeks ago, and it was bare empty.
oh, yeah,
they went
why?
bankrupt, and then they somehow rebounded, and so all their vendors stopped delivering, and they literally everything that sold out on their shelves, it was like whatever they sold out of for a month was basically gone, and then I just went in the other day, and they
It was
totally re-upped it. But
Wow.
I think
Which one? The one on Fisher?
the one on Fisher, yeah, right by the diner. I think they went back. I think, don't quote me, but I believe they went bankrupt, and then they did a refinance or whatever they did, and got back into business. But for a while, they were, out of product.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing. I thought like Rite Aids and CVS's and Walgreens were popping up everywhere, and now they are dying a little bit.
Well, a lot of stores in, I think, more urban areas, I guess, are Walmart's especially, because of the theft that is out of control. They're just shutting doors down. They're just
But not the
closing.
Rite Aids. That Rite Aid that there's the Halloween stores on 37.
Yeah.
That's a huge Rite Aid. That's like there's a lot of them. Why? How come? Are
Wait,
they
that was a Walgreens, wasn't it? Was
Walgreens?
that a Rite Aid?
I don't
Maybe
know.
it was a Rite Aid.
I don't know, Rite
That
Aid
was
or
a
Walgreens. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, dude, there was that one year here. I don't know if you remember. 2 7-Elevens opened. The brand new one on Fisher Boulevard and the one that's now like a cigar shop across from Quick Check on the other side of 37. They opened within months of each other, and they're both closed now.
What?
7-Elevens.
Oh yeah. The
Brand
one
new.
across from Quick Check.
Yeah, they weren't like old ones that they just shut down. They were brand spanking new, and they closed them both shortly after they opened.
Are there any 7-Elevens around? I think are they all the one?
Yeah, the one on
Washington.
that water street,
On
Washington.
Yeah,
Washington.
that's it. That's the
I
only
think
one.
that's it.
Oh no, the one on Route 9 too.
Yeah, that's where the bum hangs out. I had an idea, and Frankie said it sucked. I was like, we should. People like that. Remember I said this to you? I said people like that probably have a crazy, because that guy has got rumors galore about him. Have you heard all the rumors?
Yeah, and he doesn't hang out there.
He hangs out there a lot, but he doesn't just hang out. There's two of them. One guy lives in the woods right there. I'm talking about, we're talking about the guy with the beard, the big beard.
Yeah, well, he used to be on the corner of Washington and what is that? That cut through, right there. You know what I'm talking about? It connects Vaughn, Whittier.
Oh, was he there
Whittier
too? I think he
in
bounced around a
Washington,
little
and he
bit.
was there. That so that supposedly the rumor was
He had a rich sister.
his family. No, his family got killed in that corner. That was
Oh,
the
I
rumor.
didn't hear that.
That was the rumor I heard, right? But then I don't know. Then my wife's been talking to him.
Oh, really?
She talked
Oh,
to him.
she's
yeah.
stealing my
And,
idea.
oh, he's a real smart guy. This and that. I'm like,
Wait, is he around your like your gym?
no,
Oh,
no.
Where
no.
did she talk to him?
No, this is a year ago, maybe or something. Now I see him at Wawa on Route 9
Yes.
in
yes.
like Tom's River.
Yes, I've seen
I
him.
see him there, but I'm like, how smart is he? He doesn't.
never
He looks
said-
like he needs a shower,
No,
and he doesn't have a house.
I never said
how
they were
smart.
smart.
No, my wife telling me, oh, he's
Oh.
a smart guy, and the rumor is he was a lawyer
There's
at one time.
a whole bunch of rumors. About
I know,
him.
I don't
His
know.
family
I just
burned
think
up
he's
in a
lazy.
house fire. There's
He's
I've heard-
lazy.
But yeah, I mean, obviously most of them have either
Right.
drug problems or alcohol problems. I don't know about everybody, especially in the times we live in today, but they at some point he probably lived a normal life. Probably had a normal job, probably had a normal family. Like I would love to like interview someone like a 10-minute interview and just be like, "Oh man, tell me about your life."
But
Like, how
does
did you
he
end up on
go
the street?
somewhere though? Like, does he have a place
He
to
probably
lay?
spit on us if we asked it. I don't know. There's another guy.
Blonde
who's-
haired dude.
The guy that's
Looks
always
dirty.
He looks very dirty. He's always pushing scrap metal on a shopping cart down Washington. He lives
blonde hair.
reddish hair, like reddish beard, reddish hair.
Because there's another
dirty.
one. There's another one by my plaza that
Oh,
goes
really?
to that 7-Eleven on Washington and comes back and forth.
That's
and he
this guy.
lives back in the woods.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
this guy. Well, maybe it is blonde, dirt. Maybe
He
maybe
looks
it's so
dirty.
dirty
Yeah,
it
yeah.
looks reddish to me. But when you grow a beard out, it looks red to me.
Yeah.
But anyway, he lives in the woods right there next to those 5 beautiful new houses.
Mm.
We looked at those houses, and you can see his little compound through the woods
Really?
from that last house. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, that's. I mean, hey,
They're human beings, bro. But like
they're human beings.
They got a story. I wonder what their story is. If they could break
Like
their
crazy
life
as-
story down to the highlight reel of a 10-minute story, it'd probably be intriguing. You know what I mean?
Well, or batshit crazy.
Well, that would be intriguing.
I don't know.
What if he just
one
said,
day
what if
woke
we,
up and
what if we, because
didn't
I said to
feel like
Frankie,
doing nothing.
we should just post up next to them with a cup of coffee and a cell phone and just say, do you mind putting you on camera and asking you a few questions? Frankie's like, that's fucking stupid. Probably it is. But what if this guy just came out the gate was like, well, 25 years
I
ago,
shot JFK.
I murdered my whole family and then burnt the house down. Like, that would be fucking like mind blowing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I doubt that's gonna happen, but
I don't know. Those people usually, I mean, for the most part, they're mentally, right? Having a mental issue.
of course,
Right?
Well, I would say more than not. I mean, I saw a documentary. This guy does tons of documentaries about everything. He's not just like one subject matter. He literally just travels to different areas. He went to Appalachia one time, and what do they call them? The valleys that people live in. It's got a name. I can't think of it. But he was interviewed. He's an intriguing guy. But he did Kensington, PA. Walked around there, bro. Holy, that is
With
that
the
is
zombies.
it is literally is a land of zombies.
Yeah, yeah.
Just open, festering sores on people that they don't treat. They just they're passed out and flies are crawling
Yeah.
in. It's crazy.
Did you
bro.
see the one? It showed a woman,
Sad.
It showed a woman that was like must be brand new because
Yeah.
she's had like really nice clothes.
Yep. And a guy too. When he walked around, he saw a guy on the street. He was walking around with a pastor that tries to help these people. And the one guy said he tapped this dude that wasn't passed out or nothing. He was just sitting there. He's like, "My man, you don't look like you've been here long. You know, like can you? We can help you. We can get you in a place. We can get you in a hotel. We can do. You know, come to our ministry. Tell us you want the help." He said, "I'm not ready for help yet." And he was a decent looking dude. He wasn't wearing tattered clothes. He didn't have track marks. But
Decent looking, huh, for you?
well, why do you think I get the herpes medicine?
That's what happens when you use fucking with drug users.
Oh shit. Yeah, man. All right, bouncing around a little bit. Did you watch the debate?
I did. I got bored a little bit. I'll
did.
be honest.
I did. Bored, and I got the cringe a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, listen. You know, obviously, what side we're supporting in this thing, but neither of them were great in that debate. I don't think.
I will say this. I can't
Listen,
believe I'm saying this. She did
Yeah,
much better
because
than
of,
I thought.
Yeah, but supposedly she was fed the questions, right? She knew all the questions. I mean, listen, I'm not trying to say she definitely did pretty good. I
She
thought
did
too.
way better than I
right?
thought she would do.
Because we hear her just we don't really hear much from her. She did. She had thought out answers and stuff like that, but she
Said the
never
right
answered.
things.
She said the right thing. But she
Correct.
never answered one question.
Correct.
And Trump really never answered many questions either.
Agreed.
But Trump was getting fact checked like crazy, and she wasn't getting fact checked at all.
There was definitely
and,
3-on-1.
and even the fact check stuff was not true.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know, when he said, "Oh, no one's eating animals," and you're seeing videos all over the place where yes, they are.
Yeah.
The cops are saying it. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
They're saying, and again, who knows? Because this is what they do. Like, you know, if
They want us to keep saying who knows.
transsexual shoots up a school, they don't say it was a transsexual. They just say it was a person, and it fades away. The person that he said, the specific example, that woman that ate, which is on body cam, literally ate a cat, killed the cat. They say she was not an immigrant. She was just an American with a mental disability. Right. But there's other videos. There's a dude with a seagull. There's a dude grabbing geese by the neck and yanking them up. I mean, there's a ton of videos. So clearly it's not one isolated
He's grabbing
incident.
a bunch of them?
I think he grabbed one.
Then it would be a goose.
Geese. Yeah, true. Fucking idiot. Did I just get fact checked?
He did. He did.
Shit.
Yeah, so, but then Trump wouldn't answer some stuff too.
I
why don't you think they answer those questions?
Listen,
I'm asking you.
Why do I think they dance around it?
Yeah.
Because once they answer, like with fracking, right? She's flip flops.
Well, that's what's the create.
And those videos will never die. They're out there for life. So I think Trump knows if I give an absolute answer that I may change my opinion on, I'm locked in for life.
Well, I just think they don't want to alienate one of their voting groups, right? If one group was like, what
was the one question they asked him?
They asked him about, would you veto
Yes.
a national abortion ban?
Yes.
And if he says yes, all the pro-lifers are going to be like, dude, what? What? You know what I mean? They're going to go against him. So he doesn't want to put that out there.
But what he did say,
that's not fair though. Almost,
What he
and
did
even
say-
her, well, she wouldn't answer her stuff because the whole idea of a debate is to like, what type of person are you? That's how we're gonna vote. What would you do in these situations? But again, she just said she flip flopped on everything.
Yes.
Everything she ran on, she's going the opposite. Everybody, and now this is kind of the norm where every president kind of goes back to the center because they're trying to get the masses to vote for them, right? So they are going to go back to the center a little bit. But you were literally taking his policies and trying to make your own. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they asked her directly, or they didn't ask her directly. She answered directly and talked about there are currently no U.S. forces at all deployed to any actual enemy territory zone in any country anywhere. That's not true. I just read this 2,600 American troops in Iraq right now. Just read that today. So that's but she doesn't get fact checked. And again, do I think he did well from a performance standpoint of well-spoken, the digs he was throwing at her, I didn't like that. I think he could do less of, when I was president, I think he could talk about himself less, but what I am voting for is policy. You know what I mean? A man who did exactly what he said, everything he said he was going to do, everything was, I don't care what anybody says. I don't give a shit what anybody, everything was better. Everything was better. Tell me one thing that was worse.
No, I don't really know. I'm with you. Tweets worse. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny.
So I'm not voting for a personality.
No, you can't.
She got 0 delegates when she ran. She did nothing in the 4 years she was in there for border control. She was the border czar. She did 0 to do that. They've only cracked down on that in the last few months, really, at all. And it's because they want votes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they know that's a major issue for everybody. Do I think Trump needed to go off on he gets sidetracked? They're eating animals.
But he gets sidetracked also. She's like,
which is true.
She's like, well, people are leaving his debate because, and he gets so mad.
Right, but that's the ego.
Yeah, he just can't help him. Can't help it.
I think she has equal ego. Biden has equal ego. They all do, but he brings it right back to me. He can't let it slide. I think they can let it slide. Yeah.
Right.
I don't love that. But what I do love is that I believe truly that no person, no human being would sign up for that level of abuse. Nobody, without caring for us and the Constitution and America. Nobody. Plus, he did it once, and he did it well, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I mean, I think Trump showed that we kind of do still have a democracy. At least in 2016 he did. You know what I mean? Like, he won when nobody thought he was going to win, when he wasn't supposed to win. He wasn't part of the establishment.
Correct.
So that we do kind of somewhat have a democracy. But is it over now?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, in my opinion, if he doesn't get in, and I believe, and we've talked about this, that they will at all costs not let him, whether it's cheating, whether it's murdering him, literally straight up murdering that man, which they tried to do once, and it's forgotten. It's not even talked about.
It never happened.
Not even talked about.
Yeah.
That dude, I believe they said that his blood was washed off the roof within like 2 days. He cremated within a couple days, something like that. Like, it was just totally whitewashed, you know?
Yeah.
But what do you think? You think that's an accurate statement? That at all costs they will not let him, whatever they have to do, impeach, imprison, murder.
Yeah. I don't say it.
I mean, I just
how are they gonna?
What do we got left? 60-something days.
Right? Is it that many?
I believe so.
Less than.
Yeah.
Less than 60 days. Was it? Is it like November 6th usually or something like that?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Early voting's even before that, right? So.
Yeah. The other thing is some people are voting now. Is that right?
I haven't heard that, but it could be true. I don't know. I didn't think this early, but maybe. Like what? Like the mail-in, or
yeah, I don't know. I thought like some people are collecting votes now. I don't know.
I know, like there's a grace period if you go away on vacation. You can do it prior and mail it in, and I think there are certain early voting venues that you can go to.
Right.
Which I did last year.
It's crazy though how like
not last year. Sorry.
How like you can't tally the votes in one night anymore. When you know, our whole lives they did that. We knew who the president was before. Well, actually, 2000, we didn't know who the president was for a while.
Yeah, that was who was that? Bush.
It was Bush and Gore.
Gore, yeah.
And Bush probably stole that one. Everyone says. Right?
I mean, I've heard that.
The rumor, right?
I've heard that. But again, I don't understand. Every other country does it with a paper ballot.
Yeah, I know, and they count it that night.
I think Dominion is in some countries now, but historically, it was always paper ballots. Must be a citizen to vote. Must show proof of ID.
ID, yeah.
You know, you got they say fences don't work and IDing is racist, but to get into any of those conventions, you got to show ID and you got to go through a fence.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
absolutely crazy.
The White House has a fence around it. Mm-hmm. Do you see Tyreek Hill?
Yes.
What do you think about that?
So, I think we're both on the same level with this. That I always say, I didn't see everything. I don't have all the evidence. I always want to wait for it. People always rush to judgment on a little clip. But what I've seen thus far, I think those cops. Again, there's maybe something I'm missing here, but I think those cops were a little hot-headed. I think that they overstepped the level. Do I think he was being slightly disrespectful? Yes. Do I think they overstepped the level of that it needed to be at for the level of disrespect he was giving them by like rolling the window up on him? He did give them his ID. Yeah. He did. They rolled the window up on him. They asked him, I think, once or twice to roll the window down. He didn't. They opened the door, ripped him out. Yeah. So he was disrespectful, no question. But do I think it rose to the level of putting him on the ground, cuffing him, all those things? No, I don't. Do you?
I don't know. I mean, he was going over 100 in a 50.
Oh, see, now that's I saw just today. I saw the speeding ticket said he was going 60 miles an hour.
Oh, wow. I don't know. Okay.
I saw the actual speeding ticket.
That's definitely the speeding
ticket? I don't know. But
if that's the case, then yeah, you guys are a little nuts.
I don't know if that was in a 15-mile-an-hour zone. It clearly didn't look like it. But let's say it was 60 and a 25. Still, okay, get a ticket.
Right.
I don't think he needed to be disrespectful, which he was. I don't think that they needed to, take it to the level.
Right. Imagine, but if he didn't say, "Hey, don't knock on my window, gang. Stop knocking on my window, gang." Like, if he didn't start with that, maybe it wouldn't have got there.
Correct.
Right?
I think you have to be respectful to.
But I'm also saying, remember his buddy that pulled over.
That was out of line.
His buddy was out of line.
Yeah. At any traffic stop. I mean, if you're talking about officer safety, right? I don't think other people should ever get within a certain.
But
and they were pulled over illegally.
Okay. But that person obviously, like you're not dealing with a normal person. They know who that guy is.
You think so? See, I don't think they did.
I think they did. Bro.
Oh, you thought right away they did? I don't think so.
I'm sure they ran his shit, bro. There's no way they're running up on that dude without running his shit.
Oh, eventually.
You know what? Maybe they don't know who Tyreek Hill is because those dudes sound like they were lit from Cuba. First off, right? They sound like they were from Cuba.
They can't claim fucking this was racist shit.
Right.
Because those dudes were.
But what I didn't like with the cops is when his buddy definitely wasn't being a dick. Yeah. He was a big ass dude too, so I could see why the cops were a little nervous. Yeah. But the one cop's like, "Stay over there," and he's like, "All right, I'm staying over here." And the other cop's like, "Get there!" And he's like, "Bro, he told me to stay here." He's like, "Well, now you're dealing with me." Like, all right, bro, relax. Like that's just the authority that you're going too far. Because the guy wasn't, and the guy literally was listening to everything they said.
Well, he said, "Get in your car and get out." First, he said, "Give me your ID."
Yeah.
He said, "I'm leaving right now. I'm leaving," and he didn't leave. He stayed and talked on the phone. I get it. Do I think that the cops elevated it to a slightly higher level than it needed to be? Absolutely. I don't know that he needed to be tossed on the ground. I don't think he was slammed, injured, hurt in any way.
No, he played that day. That day.
Exactly. So I don't think they used excessive force. But I think
it was a little.
The treatment they gave him rose to a level higher than it needed to be, for sure. But I think.
But was it just? It could have been. Arguably it was just.
It's borderline.
Yeah.
And I think that the way he's handled it has been really. He didn't say, these guys, fuck the police or. These guys. He handled it pretty eloquently. I think he did a good job with it. He didn't really shit on them. And I heard he was only given a speeding ticket for 60 miles an hour. Now, again, I don't know what zone he was in, but
yeah, okay, so it was 60. I thought I seen it was 150.
Okay, if it was that, then yeah, well, that's criminal. You could take him to jail for that.
Yeah, and I think that's what they were pissed about. That's what I heard they were pissed about.
If that's the case, it's not what I saw today, but again, it's the fucking internet. You see all kinds of shit.
Yeah,
so.
Well, I mean, all in all,
could have been way worse.
I guess,
worse.
from both sides.
Sure.
And honestly, he's a little bit of a clown. Let's see, like he's a little cocky and this and that. Because I seen in the press conference, he talks in the third person. They did Cheetah the wrong way. Like, bro, come on,
really?
You know what I mean?
I didn't see that.
And but he did say at the end of it, he was kind of he's like, they didn't act right, they didn't do good. He's like, but at the end of it, he said, I need to act better too.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm down with that.
You could say they weren't good, but you got to say you weren't good too.
I think
okay.
I think both sides get a C-. Both sides.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think the cops deserve to be terminated.
I think it could have been if that was me, I pulled over. The guy would have been banging on my window like an asshole. I would have put it down. I would be like, "Yes, sir." That's what I would have said.
I would have had the window down by the time.
Right. Well, yeah. I know. You're right. I would have. I would have had the window down. I would have taken my hat off. All that stuff. I roll all the windows down. Especially
tried to have my shit ready.
Yeah, for sure. Agreed. And probably the guy would have still been a dick to us, but he probably wouldn't yank us out of the car.
Yeah. Yeah, that's happened a bunch of times. I've had everything ready. I didn't think I was doing anything that bad. You had an example not that long ago well, I guess it was a while ago, a couple years ago. You had your Audi. Some guy got on the gas, and the guy came up and was like, "Yo, what are you doing driving like that?" And then he calmed down. It was like, because you were respectful. You didn't say, "Yo, fuck you, pal." You know what I mean?
No, because I knew I was wrong. I mean, in the end, I was going a little too fast.
Right.
Right. I'll be a dick if I did nothing. If I really did nothing and you're being a straight up dick. But if I'm like, damn, I did do something I wasn't supposed to. You got to understand. I'm not getting pulled over for no reason.
100%.
Yeah. So like,
but I always said, when I was a kid especially, I would say, I'd say this to my dad. I was like, I don't understand. The cops pull me over and they scream and yell and curse and, do all this and then write me a ticket. It's like, if you're going to be my dad, then either do one or the other. Either write me the list of tickets, the litany of tickets you got for me and say, hey, pal, you fucked up. There's your tickets. Or scream and yell at me and don't do both.
This is what I say about referees. Yeah. I'm like, if you suck as a referee, that's fine. You can't be a dick too.
Right.
If you're gonna be a dick, you better be a good referee. You know what I'm saying? One or the other.
Yeah.
Can't be both.
That's good.
Kind of the same thing with a cop, right? Yeah. If you're gonna be a dick, at least don't give me a ticket. But you'll be a dick and give me a ticket. Yeah.
If you just say, "Hey man, I'm just doing my job. Here's your ticket." No problem. Yeah, you're doing your job.
Right.
If you come up and scream at me like, "You fucking idiot, driving like an asshole," and you're on my streets, and you do all that, and then you write me a ticket, bro. You're doing both. You're doing extra.
Yeah.
And I've had both. All in all, my experience has been good. But I've had, when Corey was in here, we talked about a couple examples I had. The time they pulled me over at gunpoint on my motorcycle, made me get them searched my bag, searched everything, just because it was like 2 a.m. It was freezing. I was in Whiting, and I passed a car on a double yellow line. I was almost home. And they pulled me over, bro, I had fucking robbed a bank. Gunpoint, get on the ground, take the key out of the bike. I didn't try to run from them. No, it was crazy, bro.
Wow.
But it was 2 cops in one car. One was in training, and I think the guy that was training him thought I was going to run and said, "Get on this motherfucker, force him over, yank the key out, get him on the ground, search his bag." It was like crazy.
Did you get a ticket?
I got a bunch of tickets. I got like 4 tickets. I got reckless driving out of that for passing on a yellow line. They wrote me reckless. I went and defended myself in court. They got dropped down to like a 2-point ticket, but I had to go to court. It was crazy,
Yeah. I mean, cops have it tough. I'll give them that.
I would not want to be a cop.
Yeah.
What careers would you not in today's day and age? Because cop and military would have been high on my list 20 years ago for if I had kids, what I would want to see my kids do. They would be extremely low on the list.
Yeah, I don't think
I wouldn't want my kids to be a cop because the amount of hate.
Listen, I respect people that do want to be cops, though.
Oh, 100%.
100%.
I just don't think I would want my kid to be a cop.
Yeah, it's just tough.
And I don't think I would want my kid to enlist.
Tough job to walk.
They're going to fight a politician's war somewhere.
Yeah, that too.
And a bunch of people are going to die on both sides that didn't deserve to die.
I agree.
I
agree.
Those would be the two off the top of my head. I don't know. I don't know if.
I hope my kid's not a porn star. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well,
right?
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah. Yeah. Yep. Amongst his circle, that's all right. If he's that's even bad to say. But you know what I'm saying. If he's a lady killer. If he's a lady killer, you kind of want your kid to be a stud. I guess I don't want to think about him hooking up with chicks, but you know what I'm saying. You kind of want him. You want the girls to chase your kid,
Yeah. Well, you want your kid to be.
Except if the other way around. I don't want any boys chasing my daughter.
Yeah. Well, that's how it goes.
I get it.
Yeah. What do you think? It's September what?
11th, 12th. What is it?
12th.
Oh yeah, September 11th just passed.
Oh jeez, yeah.
Yeah,
September 12th.
Yeah.
Who's going to be the president in November or January?
I mean, do I think this is what I think? I'm going to take an incredible amount of flack. I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't care. If it was an honest and fair election, I believe Trump would be. I don't think it'll be honest and fair, and I think I have just as much probability in that, especially if they think it's going to be close. Like maybe they don't think now. Maybe they think that side thinks Kamala and Taylor Swift endorsing, they think that they've got it in the bank now, I think, because she did fairly well in that debate. They got Taylor Swift. I think the 400,000 people signed up to vote the day she endorsed Kamala, something like that. I think maybe they think maybe we don't have to kill him now. Maybe we got this in the bag. You know what I mean? So, and they can.
I don't think they're going to take that chance because that's what they thought. They had no way he's beating Hillary.
Facts.
Yeah.
Well, that's my answer. I think at all costs, they won't let him win. But do I think if it was fair and honest, I think he would win. What's your take?
Yeah, I just don't think they're going to let him win. Say he does win, then what? What does that mean?
It means I know your point. Your point is, well, what the fuck? So after him, somebody else should. It's true, but I'll still take 4 good years.
I know, but do you think he will? Do you think it'll flip? We'll notice something. We'll notice it. Think interest rates will get better. Think inflation will go down. You think so?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Absolutely, I do.
I don't know.
I think all foreign wars will end.
Will that side just be fighting us so much?
100%.
Yeah. Then how would they let stuff happen?
I mean, because he did it once. I mean, we still don't we roughly have the same numbers now in the House and Senate as when he was in?
I don't know. I think and I think it's both. One's controlled by the one side, and one controlled by the other.
Left has got one, and the right, or Democrat, Republican, whatever, however you want to view it, right? I think we have the Senate and they have the House, right?
One of those.
But we've got a more conservative Supreme Court.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
More conservative.
It's pretty. Yeah, you're right. That's why they overturned Roe v. Wade.
Right, which people. I mean, I'm pretty dumb. I know you'll agree with that, but everybody thinks that means they made it illegal for people to get abortions. That's not what it means at all.
No, they just threw
it back to the states.
Yeah, to the states. Which I do. listen, you know the whole. I'm pro-life, but I can't have babies.
Same.
You know what I'm saying?
Same. Wait, you can't have babies? You
No.
got the El Fixaroo?
No. But like, I'm not saying people should ever get an abortion because I wouldn't want to do it. But these people that are in a state that you're not allowed to get an abortion, they have to drive out of state to get an abortion. You know,
Which isn't the end of the world, but
no,
yes,
it's not the end of the world.
It's an inconvenience. Yes.
It is inconvenience. What if you don't have those?
Yes.
Those.
So my take on it has always been, my take on it is personal. It's not really. I would never weigh in on it and say that this is what my belief is and this is what I think people should do. I don't really do that with any point. It's just my opinion on stuff. I don't know how I feel. I don't feel like that is the government's place to tell people what to do.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I just know on a personal
But
level.
the government could tell you not to kill somebody.
I view it as murder. After a certain point. I don't know what that point is. What would that point be for you? 12 weeks?
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's
like if you take a morning after pill, I don't think that's murder, do you?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's not even really.
I just don't know what that point is, and thank God I've never.
And like Sue, especially with like a morning after pill, you never even know. You might not even be pregnant. The person might not even been pregnant. They took a morning after,
Yes.
so
Right.
you don't really know.
That's
probably a little
That's
more conscience free, I guess.
only avenue I've ever been down. Where maybe the next day I get a call like, "Hey, listen, just to be safe,
your buddy said, "Play, go take a plan B."
you can't get pregnant, buddy." That was you that called me. And I, I guess concurred. Maybe that's a good idea. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
But certainly, knock on wood, because I believe it could have. I mean, bro, you were running 8 miles and smashing at age 13. So it could have happened to all of us, right? It could have happened to any of us. God forbid it never did. But if it did, and I was ever presented with that, and my input mattered at all, and again, that's a question of how much does it, because
It's not.
my answer
body,
would be,
right?
I can't support somebody getting an abortion. I just can't get behind that. I don't know that I can tell you what to do,
Right.
but
No.
I can't support it.
Yeah. It's not our choice, though, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's funny because, right, you're as a man, you're automatically, if you didn't want to keep a child, you're still paying child support. Doesn't matter. If your input was, I don't want this child, but you get no input. So
No, I know.
You get zero, but you're still paying child support.
Yeah, that's true.
It's kind of crazy how that works, but
Well, you put your dick in her.
yeah, right. Correct. And don't trust a bitch.
I'm on the pill.
Yeah. What else you got for us, Franklin? I wrote a couple things down.
What do you got for us there, Raj?
I sent it to you. Oh, talk about the Lake George trip a little bit. Jesse came out and played this year.
Played what?
Well, he went to Lake George, I think, the first 3 years, or 4 years, and then he took like 2 or 3 years off.
Okay.
This was our 7th year, and actually it was our 6th year because we didn't go during COVID because my cousin and I were the only couple guys crashed motorcycles and were banged up, and it was kind of dead anyway. So there was 1 year, I think it was maybe 2020, we didn't go. We went in 19 when COVID was here, but anyway, I think there was 1 year in there nobody went, but it would have been our 7th year, so technically we did it 6 years, and Jesse came, maybe 3 of them, the original first 3 that we went up, and dude, he's so much fun. Jesse's so much fun, but he came this year, and I was like, dude, I'll stay home with you. He's very anti-drinking.
He came, but did he inception? What did he internalize?
Yeah.
When he came,
I don't know. He stayed in my room, and I didn't hear anything. He told me he's never heard anybody snore as loud as me.
Bro, you're a snorer?
Yeah, snore. Yeah.
Dude, no way. I would throw shit at you. No fucking way.
Dude, all the wrestling fucking hotels you stayed in, nobody ever snored?
No, my dad. I would throw shit at him. And Brian, my cousin Brian, snored. I was in a hotel with both of them one time. It was like the fucking dueling pianos.
That's what Jesse said. You were joking.
Dude.
But I was drinking, too.
Well, yeah. Drinking, I'll talk him.
I didn't drink heavy, though. But so anyway, he came out, and the first day, bro, it was just like old Jesse. We rode, I think, about 250, 300 miles that day, which is a good ride. Drove to Old Forge, came back, and his whole thing was he didn't want to go because he didn't want to drink, right? He's like, bro, I don't really want to drink. I kind of don't do that anymore. He really maybe maybe 3 times a year will get drunk. He usually gets pretty banged up, but he drinks straight tequila. Fucking straight tequila. That's all he drinks now because it's healthier for you. But anyway, he set up a fundraiser at the bar, the club we always go to. I gave him Deb's number, the owner, and he set up a fundraiser. So he was excited about doing that. And it went well until he disappeared. Dude, we were selling T-shirts like crazy. We had it all set up. She gave us the whole stage.
What, for his stuff? His.
There was 6 of us there. We're wearing the shirts, giving the sales pitch, which is it's a real cause. Yeah. It's a great thing. You know what I mean? That he's doing. He's really trying to. And as soon as you say vets, most people are in. As soon as you just say vets, right? People are like, say no more. So buying T-shirts, it was $20 minimum, but donation based. You could pay $200 if you want, but if you want, people are handing me $5. I was like, no. It's minimum of 20.
Yeah.
But anyway, it went well. We're selling T-shirts left and right. I think he had 200 T-shirts. We're going through them at a pretty good clip once it got busy in there, and having a good time. I never drink like heavy. I had a couple drinks, but I was having a good time. There's always a cool vibe in there. Deb, the owner, is always like sweet to us. And then people are coming up to me and saying, "Hey, and I'm looking around. I'm like, where's Jesse? He's fucking gone, bro." They go in the bathroom. Bro, he's gone for like 35 minutes, and I'm like, where? He said that the shot we did with the owner, because he always buys us a round of shots every year, which was tequila, wasn't tequila, he's saying, and it made him sick, and he had to go in the woods and puke. He didn't tell anybody. He didn't text anybody. He just disappeared. And I caught fucking some ladies stuffing shirts in their hoodies, and I was like, yo, put those back.
What? They were trying to steal?
A couple of them were trying to steal.
Dude, what? That's grimy, bro. For a fucking veterans fundraiser?
Yep. I think they thought they were free.
Dirty bees.
So he came back, he rallied, sold a bunch. He probably sold at least half of them. And then the next day, Deb said, come back, fucking set up again. The next night, he didn't come. Probably he never left the fucking hotel the next day.
That was it?
Didn't go riding. We rode for the whole morning.
He was hurting?
I think that shot messed him up.
One shot? Get out of here. It was there wasn't the 15 before it?
No, he said
it was only the one. Get out of here.
Messed him up.
Come on.
And then we went... No, when he left the club that night, he said, I puked all night in the shower and shit. So I don't think Jesse, I love him, and I wish he would come because he's so much fun. Oh, no. The next morning, we went out for Sean's. The next day was our buddy Sean. Every year, it's his birthday up there. We go the same weekend every year. So he said he wasn't going to leave. And then he said, well, it's Sean's birthday. I'll go out with you. We went down to the lake and had one drink at the lake. And he was like, I'm taking an Uber home. I don't feel good. Which I guess he didn't. I'm not making fun of him. But he went home, said, bro, I projectile vomited everywhere in the thing, and he was done. He was done after that. He never left the condo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he just said drinking doesn't agree with him anymore. So
he's done drinking?
I think he's done.
I don't believe it.
I didn't go hard. I remember Saturday night I had 2 high noons. That's what I drank all night.
That's it?
Noons. Yeah.
You're not a big drinker.
No, I don't like I like to drink socially, but just sip. I don't like to get fucking plastered, bro. I don't like getting plastered. You like getting plastered?
No, I don't get plastered. I don't drink enough to. I can't drink fast enough to go plastered. Unless you're drinking and people are doing a shot. Like every once in a while, then I'll get like, whoa, that was a little too much.
I've gotten better at saying no. I never ever. I don't think in my life up until the last couple.
Honestly,
years, I don't think I ever turned down a shot.
I'm like, I don't drink a lot.
Yeah,
but I could. There's days like I feel like for me. I'm like, dude, I'll drink 8 beers, in like a barbecue for 4 hours. Yeah. That's a lot of fucking beers.
Not really. Beer doesn't have a high alcohol content. If you drank 8 fucking,
7 ounce or 7, IPA, 5, I don't know, 5% alcohol. It's enough. That's enough.
Yeah, I mean, to get you feeling, I guess, I don't know about hammering.
Shots are the way you get.
Yeah, shots are where you get fucked up. Definitely shots. But my heavy drinking days are behind me.
I'm not into it as much.
I don't get excited about it. I remember being in my early 20s, like, how fucked up can I get tonight?
Honestly, last night,
stupid.
We've been getting out of the school late. So like Renee can't even cook, and we've just been like one night we went to Rivs. Oh, yeah. The next one we went to a spot last night.
Oh, did you? No shit.
Because it's right by us.
Is it any good?
Yeah. Have you ever been to the spot when it was
the
on
old one? Sure.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same
thing.
Yeah, it was very good actually. But like, bro, they're open to 12, right?
Okay.
They're open to 12. So I'm
Weekdays?
like, yeah, they're open to 12.
Shit.
But they stopped, their kitchen closes at 9. I'm like, what is the point of that? Why be open at 12?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Come on.
Probably because it was always the way they did it and they just never changed it. You got to bump that up to at least 10.
Yeah.
At least.
Like the Rivs serves food at 12 o'clock.
Yes,
I think they close the kitchen at 12.
Yep. He does it right. He does it right over there.
But I had a couple, I had a couple beers. Chris was with us because he watched class last night to get acclimated and jumped in classes today. But I had 2 like IPAs and I was, it was perfect, perfect.
It also depends on like if did you eat,
Yeah.
I think anything, right? Do you agree with this? Alcohol, drugs, mushrooms. I remember you telling me like shrooms, you're gonna do them, do it on an empty stomach.
Yeah.
Right? Everything matters, like what's in your system.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So.
Gotta get you mushroomed up, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. I need it. I need to let my mind be free.
Yeah. Just gotta loosen up.
Yeah, for sure. You listen. You got me better at some shit. I've admittedly my whole life don't deal with stress well, but like
I just don't.
shit's just gonna be
man.
what it's gonna be. You know what I mean? And
everyone stresses. Everybody stresses, and they'll do it in different ways. Yeah. I just learned to say, "Who gives a fuck?" A lot more. You know what I mean? Because like you know what, like. Yeah. As long as I try to do it right. I try to be a good person. I try to work hard. I try to care for my kid. Try to care for my wife. Try to, do all the right. Be a good human. If you're doing all those things, what can be so bad?
Yeah, and I think what always brings me back home is like I try to always center myself around this. If I had a sick kid, like a really sick kid, I wouldn't give a fuck about one problem I have right now. Not one.
Everything's perspective.
I would not give a fuck. So I try. That usually centers me.
Yeah.
Seeing my kids and knowing they're healthy, happy, and that I'm like, that's all I need.
That's it.
I got a roof over my head, and that's it. That's all I fucking need. So that usually would bring me back to, but reality, I guess.
Yeah.
And you making fun of me and calling me a pussy. Yeah. That helps, actually, believe it or not.
It does. Sometimes you got to shame your friends into...
It does.
Someone's like, you know what? Sometimes you're not depressed and anxious. You're just being a pussy.
Yeah, that's true, bro.
And that's the truth, bro.
That's true. That's true.
Listen, there are people that are...
When's it, honestly, I bet you can't even remember. Or you probably won't admit it. When is the last time you cried? You actually cried?
Oh, probably when I lost a fight.
Oh, yeah, I actually witnessed that. Holy fucking shit, I just remembered. I walked backstage. I wish I wasn't there because I feel like it was a moment you needed to just be with your... But the ex and I walked backstage in that Aldo fight, and you were emotional. It's probably that's the only time I think I've ever seen you emotional.
The first Aldo.
The first one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You were very emotional.
Yeah, well, it was the third title fight loss in a row that I thought I fucking won. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But yeah, that's all. It feels like the end of the world at the moment.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I didn't know you as well as I know you now. If I knew you, I would say, holy fucking shit, you are human. Yeah. But yeah, we walked right out because I was like, I'm sure he does not want people in here fucking, so, but we did walk in.
Yeah. It's no fun.
No. Yeah. I mean, I think if you're not, which anybody that's on that level obviously are deeply, deeply care. But if you lose and you don't care, you shouldn't be a fighter. You know what I mean?
No. You gotta. I mean, I took it probably too hard. But if you don't care like that, it's like a no water off your back, then you shouldn't be fighting.
Water? Sweat off your back.
Sweat off your back? Oh.
Isn't it sweat? What's kind of water?
Water's made out of sweat, right?
It's fact
Sweat's made out of water.
Fact
You did.
Yeah, no, I agree. But nobody on that level is. Maybe guys that are doing amateur shit, just starting out, don't care. Actually, I saw there was a fight, and there was a reason. They gave the example. Remember the guy that as soon as the fight started, he lay down and he tapped. That video went viral a few months ago.
Oh.
Yeah, it went viral. If Andrew was here, I'd have him pull it up. But it was
no contact?
It was because he was already in. It was like a semifinal type thing, and he was already in the next round. But if he lost that one, he'd be out.
Oh, really?
I thought he was just being everybody thought he was just being a pussy. But then I heard somebody explain it. Like the guy actually did that because he was already in. He already won enough fights. He didn't even have to fight this guy.
Oh, so he saved himself.
He saved himself.
Yeah, that's smart, I guess.
Yeah, right. You would have never done that. You would have still fought the dude.
Yeah, no. I am not tapping.
All right, pal. What else? What else you got for us? Is it good go? You want to call it?
Yeah, I think we can call it. Well, unless you got something there juicy.
No, I sent you this shit. You obviously were both fans of comedy. What's your favorite comedy bit from a comic?
Like bit?
Like a bit.
I don't know what to say. Eddie Murphy, Raw.
I think Bill Burr is probably one of my favorite.
What bit?
Eddie Murphy.
What bit?
I don't know, man. Nah, you put me on the spot.
You're the one
I
that
can't
told
think
me a
of one.
bit. You said a bit.
Well, what? Okay, Eddie Murphy talking about rolling around a little bit.
What?
Where he's talking about the barbecuing. He's like caught on fire. He's like, just roll him around a little bit. You remember that? That was.
No, I know. It's the best one. It's like, you see the Italian guy watched the Rocky movie?
Yeah.
He's like, hey, he's in line for the movie. He's like, hey, I'll get the medium popcorn. I'll get the jujubes. Yeah. And this is going to buy it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's like, man, he punched me in the lip. My whole lip. Actually, no, another one's Jamie Foxx's special. I forget which one, but he's like, Africa. You know that one?
I don't remember.
It was great. It was like J-Lo, hey ho. He's like, I know J-Lo when she was just hey ho.
No, I don't remember the Jamie Foxx one, but
Dude, that one.
when Bill Burr,
and now Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
Martin Lawrence, you so crazy. You used to get out of the water used to glisten all over your body. No, you remember any of those bits?
I don't remember that one.
You ain't into comedy. No.
Why? Because I don't remember 2 bits.
George Carlin.
Bill
had
Burr
great
talking
bits.
about his childhood and his dad is always good. He does it. He's done that in multiple skits. But being in the, how his dad was just fucking ruled with an iron fist and had 0. Talking about his mom getting a haircut short and coming out and getting in the car, and his dad going, "What the fuck is that?" You know what I mean?
He's good, bro. I mean, I've been watching Kill Tony so much.
Yeah.
Those guys crack me up,
They're
dude.
great, man. They're great.
I love comedy. That's one thing. Ever since I was a kid, I loved comics, stand-up, specials, all that stuff.
Who's the guy? He's probably the most brought back guy, and I don't think he's that funny. The Big Red Machine, the guy with bald on top, with a big beard. I don't think he's that funny. I think the other.
What are you doing? Oh my God! Yeah, he's great.
It's his delivery, yeah, and he rips on everybody.
Dude, yeah.
Fucking, who the fuck are you?
Yeah,
it could be some top of the notch, top notch comedian.
Yeah, suck my dick, man.
Yeah,
he's great, bro.
He had his parents on one of the shows. Who's the other guy that's fucking out there? He's wired every time he does. Yeah, he does the crab walk. The crab walk.
Cole Sprockets or something.
Did some tussing on the way here.
Yeah, dude, the best is the guy.
It's not because
Ari, he's like the Estonia guy.
Yeah. Oh yes.
He talks like this.
Yeah.
Dude, I had a friend from Sweden, Akira Korosani.
I met him.
Remember Akira? He sounds exactly like this dude, bro.
I was with you guys at a fight. I remember being in an elevator with him, and he always wore
funny.
that hat, the fedora.
Yeah.
He was hysterical.
He is a funny dude. I had a lot of good times with him.
Did you tell me you opened a school over there?
He has a school in Sweden. I don't know if it's Stockholm, somewhere in Sweden. Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
His wife, I think his wife fights in the UFC now.
Oh, get out of here!
Yeah.
And name anyone heard of or not?
I can't recall right now.
Gotcha, pal. Gotcha. All right, buddy boy. I think we you doing any work with those vice grips or you good?
It was for you when you go use the bathroom.
You had to think about that one.
It was for you when you go use the bathroom.
Not that funny. Not your best bit. But anyway, I'll give you a pass. You had a long day. Champ of the Tramp out.
Peace.
Yeah, come.
Like, surprise.
Go to
subscribe.
FrankieEdgar.com.
And sign up and come to the school.
In the Ocean County.
Shit,
even
you can
Monmouth
sign up.
County
Sign
area.
up if you live in California. I don't give a
Fuck
shit. You guys can come.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take one and I'll take all. What's up, guys? Make sure you follow us on your favorite podcast platforms. You can find the links in the description below. And if you've enjoyed this episode, hit that like button and share it with a friend. Your support keeps us growing.